Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing great. So, welcome to Vet It's You YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about the structure and the classification of the eggs. So, let's get started. So, first of all, we will discuss about the structure of the egg. Egg is just basically a vessel under which the development of zygote takes place, and to prevent the development of zygote there is lot of covering over the egg just to prevent it from the external agents. Now talking about the structure, the cell membrane of the ovum is known as vitelline membrane, which is covered with the help of thick transparent envelope of glycoprotein known as zona pellucida. There is a space between the zona pellucida and vitelline membrane known as the perivitelline space. Now outside the zona pellucida there is several layers of the cells derived from the follicles known as the corona radiata. In the simple terms, there are several layering of the ovum. First one is the vitelline membrane. Over the vitelline membrane, there is zona pellucida, and over the zona pellucida, there is several layer of the cells derived from the follicle known as the corona radiata. नोट करने वाली बात यहाँ पे ये है कि जो ओवम का साइज होता है वो बड़ा होता है, न्यूक्लियस हैप्लॉइड होता है एज वेल एज द इसेंट्रिक. The size of the ovum is larger just because of the large amount of the cytoplasm, and this large amount of the cytoplasm will displace the nucleus. That's why the nucleus is eccentric. Now moving forward, we will discuss about the avian eggs. So the eggs of the birds are megalethal, discoidal and cladoid. Megalethal simply means that there is a large amount of yolk present in the egg. Talking about the cladoid, it simply implies that the egg is covered with the help of a hard calcareous shell. And talking about the discoidal, basically the egg which is discoidal have a small yolk-free area known as blastodisc. Moving forward in the structure of the avian egg, the fully formed egg will be covered with the help of porous shell consisting of outer thick and inner thin layer. As you already know that the shape of the egg is oval and consists of one broader and one blunt end. So at the broader end the two layers of the shell membrane are separated with the help of air chamber that will help in the respiration of the developing zygote. The nutritional component of the egg, that is yolk, which supplies the food to the developing zygote, will covered with the help of thin vitelline membrane composed of yellow as well as white material. Before moving forward, I would like to tell you about the two things, that the yolk can be of yellow color or the white color. It just depends on the food intake of the hen or the bird. As the bird is having yellow corn as the diet, it will have a medium yellow color yolk, and if the bird is fed on barley or the wheat etc., it will have the slightly white color yolk. And the blastodisc is an area in the developed egg which is devoid of yolk. So now talking about the next structure, that the yolk of the egg is surrounded by a thin vitelline membrane that may be composed of yellow or the white material, and the centrally placed flask shaped structure of white yolk that extend from the blastodisc to the center of the yolk is known as latebra, and the upper end of the flask-shaped mass of the yolk or the latebra will be expanded and known as nucleus of Pender. And in whatever the position the egg is placed, the upper end of the yolk will be occupied by a circular white patch known as blastoderm, consisting of disc of cells from which the chick will develop. In the simple terms, we can say that the avian egg will have the large amount of the yolk which is covered in the thick calcareous shell, which prevents the developing zygote inside the egg from the external environment. The egg will consist of the air chamber help in the respiration, and the yolk can be of yellow color as well as the white color with the different structures like latibra, nucleus of Pender and the blastoderm. नोट करने वाली बात यहाँ पे ये है कि एज यू ऑलरेडी नो द होल स्ट्रक्चर्स इन्वॉल्व्ड इन द एग इज डेवलप्ड थ्रू आउट द फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ट्रैक्ट. So the yolk and the blastoderm are only the part of the egg which have their origin from the ovary, and the other parts of the egg like albumin or the protein, the shell membrane, the shell, which will constitute the half of the total weight of the fully formed egg, will be produced by the help of oviduct. Here you can see the different structures that are present inside the egg and help in the development of the zygote. Now moving forward, we will classify the eggs on the basis of different criteria. So the first basis is according to the amount of the yolk. Under this, eggs can be classified as alecital. The alecital eggs will have no yolk, and if the yolk is present, it will be of negligible amount. For example, you can note it down the mammals. Another type of the egg is the microlecital. As the name suggests, the amount of the yolk will be very small, or it can also be called as the oligolecital eggs. For example, the Amphioxus. Next type of the egg is the mesolecital, which will consist of moderate amount of the yolk, for example the amphibians. And the last type of the egg according to the amount of the yolk is macrolecital, which will consist of enormous amount of yolk, help in the development of zygote, and for examples the reptiles and the birds. The next basis of the classification of the egg is according to the distribution of the yolk within the cytoplasm of the egg. So under this category, the first type of the egg is isolecital, which will have the small amount of the yolk evenly distributed throughout the cytoplasm, and for the example you can note down the Amphioxus. Before moving forward, I would like to tell you about the two poles or the zone present in the developed egg. First one is the animal pole, where the nucleus is accumulated, and the vegetal pole is a pole or an area where the polar bodies are accumulated within the egg. Now the another type of the egg that is present under this basis of classification is telolecital, which will have unequal distribution of yolk, as it will be collected more at the lower part comparatively to the upper part of the egg. For examples, you can note down the amphibians. Another type of the egg is centrolecital, which will have large amount of the yolk concentrated at the center, and for examples you can note down the insects. Now the last type of the egg that is present under this basis of classification is discoidal egg, which will have the enormous amount of the yolk occupied within the cytoplasm, except the area known as the blastodisc, which is basically a yolk free area, and for the examples you can note down the reptiles or the birds. Another basis of classification of egg is according to the presence or absence of the shell. So the first egg under this category is the cladoid or box-like egg. These eggs are generally laid on the dry land and covered with the help of albumin or the waterproof shell, which will prevent the developing zygote from the external agents, and for the example you can note down the reptiles or the birds. The next type of the egg is the non-cladoid egg, which is just opposite to the cladoid one, as it will be laid in water and not protected by the help of shell. For example, you can note down the amphibians. Now, the next basis of the classification is according to the type of development. The first egg under this category is the determinate or the mosaic egg. In this type of the egg, the fate of each and every part of the egg is fixed before or at the time of fertilization, and if the particular portion of the egg is removed, the developing embryo will be deficient in the particular organ. In the simple terms, as you already know that there are different structure involved in the development of zygote inside the egg, and if we remove one of those structures, the embryo or the developing zygote will be deficient of that. Now, talking about the indeterminate eggs are just opposite to the determinate eggs, and the fate of parts of the egg is not usually fixed. So if the any structure of the egg is removed until the 8-celled stage, the embryo will not be deficient in any of the structure. So the cells that are usually removed from the embryo is known as the blastomere, and in any case if the blastomere is removed from the embryo, it will develop into the whole new embryo under the property name the totipotency. So that's all for the structure and the classification of the egg. I hope you like it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel Vet It's You. Thanks for the watching, an initiative by Ankit Kaushik.